Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to September and another crafty decor adventure on my YouTube channel. So I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I love to share with y'all how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. And September to me means you can officially break out all the pumpkins, leaves, and not be worried about it. Stores are putting out all the pumpkin spice goodies. So you guys, if you love fall and Christmas and just seasonal decor, definitely consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. Now today I just want to attack all the areas in my house that I haven't decorated for fall, so we'll see how far we can get. I'm going to do some DIY crafts, pop in a quick and easy little treat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafty. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take 4 of these wooden Dollar Tree signs. They have a little pumpkin cutout and they're in the regular fall seasonal decor section. I'm going to take another Dollar Tree sign, and this is a little bit smaller one, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the back of these 4 signs. So what I want to do is make a large pumpkin sign. I'm also using these popsicle sticks to reinforce the little center boards there so they don't weeble wobble around, and bam! Now we have a large wooden sign. You guys, I'm so crushing on Dollar Tree for putting these large wooden sign pieces out. The next thing I'm going to do is take this Dollar Tree felt pumpkin cutout and a couple of little pieces of Scotch tape, and I Scotch taped the felt pumpkin to the board part. That way it doesn't wiggle around as much. And then I'm also putting paper towels down around the whole project so I don't get wood stain, or this is actually like an antique wax on my little table here. I also put on gloves because that wax is really messy. Now I'm taking a Dollar Tree sponge brush. This is the larger sponge brush, and I'm adding the Waverly antique wax to the sponge brush, and I'm just gently sponging it onto the wood. I was able to get larger spots with larger bits of the wax or the antique stain on there, but I did have to really kind of push that wax into these smaller parts. So I put a little bit of wax into the lid, and that way I could get it on the tips of my sponge brush. That's just a little tip if you guys are doing this project. And so I'm really excited for this one because I think it's going to look really cool and rustic, and I have the perfect space to put this in. This is a great idea too if you guys just have a piece of wood that's like a scrap piece of wood. I didn't happen to have one. Now look how magical that is. I honestly, it doesn't take much. I just love these reveals. I love doing little mats like this, but look how amazing that pumpkin came out. Now, Dollar Tree also carries furniture polish markers in their kind of hardware section. So I'm taking one of those markers and I'm just going in and along the outlines of the actual pumpkin to kind of bring a little bit more dimension to it. If you wanted to, you could also bust out, you know, some brown paint or some different colored paint. The other thing I wanted to do was to cover up the little holes in the top that the sign had in it that Dollar Tree put in originally to hang. And I'm just using a piece of the Dollar Tree burlap kind of jute rope, or just like a burlap ribbon, and I hot glue that to the top of it. And then here is how my little wooden pumpkin sign turned out, and I'll share with you guys a little bit later in this video how to do the bead rope garland that I added to the top, which I felt like was the perfect touch. And I just used some beads from Amazon and then some yarn from the Dollar Tree. Our Dollar Tree has been putting out yarn recently in the Crafters Square section, so I have been just kind of stocking up on that. But I think this looks so fun and fabulous on a total budget, especially if you want to add a little bit of rustic decor. You could also string some lights in and around the top of it. That would be a fun idea as well. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you a fun and easy Dollar Tree topiary. So taking 3 of these little Dollar Tree signs, and I did use my little Cricut tool to remove the little top things of the signs, and I also removed the little hangers. And then I'm just going to hot glue this Happy Harvest sign to the top of my Thankful and Blessed pumpkin. That's going to be my first tier. And then my second tier is going to be this fall metal sign that Dollar Tree has put out. These are all Dollar Tree Tree signs. You guys could really choose any Dollar Tree signs. I will tell you with the metal sign, it did not stay hot glued like I wanted it to. So I did add in these little popsicle sticks back behind it, but it still was kind of weeble wobbling around. So I will suggest to use a different pumpkin sign. If you guys are like me, you have some pumpkin signs in your stash. So just whip out one that will kind of stay a little bit better. The popsicle sticks kind of did hold it on, but I don't think it's going to be like an amazing long-term hold. Now the next thing I wanted to do was add a bow to the top of this. So I'm just taking this little striped ribbon. I believe I found this at Michael's last season, and then some of this Amazon ribbon. And you guys can pop onto Amazon and just type in fall ribbon, and they have some pretty good deals on like little 4-packs of fall ribbon. So I'm just making a quick little loopy bow. You just take the ribbon, loop it over on itself, and pitch it in the center. And I did that with 3 different ribbons, stripes, and then the multicolor, and then stripes again. And then I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner, or not a pipe cleaner, I'm sorry, a zip tie, and zip tie it all together. I've really been using a lot of zip ties lately. I just have a ton of them, so I'm trying to go through them honestly, but pipe cleaners or wire will work just fine. I'm then going to zip tie the entire bow to the top of the cute little fall sign, give it a good fluffing, and then I also added the raffia from that bottom pumpkin back into the center, if you see to the top of the bow here, and then I added one of those little Dollar Tree checkered mini pumpkins, which I think are so flippin' cute, you guys. Oh my goodness, they are so adorable. Dollar Tree's put out the cutest little mini pumpkins, and so I just added that into it, and I thought it looked pretty next to the wooden rustic sign. It gave it a pop of color. Now I'm hoping this little 3-tier sign will hold up, because I do want to put it outside underneath my covered porch, as well as this wooden pumpkin. I want to do this kind of display outside. I just have to get a new bench or something for my porch, because I've been redoing my porch. I stained it a really beautiful, I actually had somebody help me stain it. A really nice kind of like dark gray. So I'll share that with you guys as we go on through our fall decorating season. But so fun and fabulous on a total budget. Now for this next Dollar Tree DIY, this was actually a Dollar Tree DIY that was shared in my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group. So whoever shared this, drop a comment down below if you're watching this video and let me know who that was. I just saw it scrolling, and then there are so many posts in that group. I completely did not get the name, but I just want to give you guys props for all of the amazing posts. And so I'm just taking this little Dollar Tree truck, and I'm using some Waverly gray chalk paint. I believe this is the elephant gray, and I'm just painting over the blue truck part, which I think the original post just kind of left it blue. I think that the truck is really cute blue, but I have been incorporating some grays into my fall decor. So once I had it covered, I used about 2 coats of the gray paint on the truck, and then I just added some little detail with my paintbrush with a smaller paintbrush, and then I also painted over the blue that was on the wheels, and then used the white paint to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. The next thing I want to use is some of these super adorable stickers that my sweet friend Stacy sent me. Thank you, girl. I have just been loving these, and now I think I'm almost out of them. So, but a little bit goes a long way. Although I did go over the top with my truck that was carrying all these fun pumpkins, and I really love those pops of leopard in the pumpkins. I think they're so super fun. So you can just kind of layer them on. I did hot glue some of them to kind of get them to stick in there, and I just think this is so fun. I mean, can you imagine a cute little truck pulling up in your driveway with loads and loads of pumpkins, cute ones like these with the teal and the leopard and all of the pretty colors. But Dollar Tree has also been selling some really cute little fun signs that are like little truck signs. If you guys don't have this one, don't fret. There's been a lot of little red truck stuff coming out, and you guys can always paint it. You can leave it as is. You can just really have fun with this one. And I love the size of this one. It looks a little bit larger in this video than it really is. It kind of, when I put it in my display, it kind of got a little bit small mixed in with everything. But how cute is this? Oh my goodness. I think my truck is even a little bit weighted down with all those pumpkins. But I popped it into this display and then just put some little Dollar Tree mini pumpkins. If you see that velvet pumpkin behind the gray pumpkin, oh my goodness, Target has out some really, really cute $1 velvet pumpkins. I happened to pop into my local Target recently, and I picked up some goodies I'm going to share with you guys soon. But those velvet pumpkins were only $1. Now, Dollar Tree also puts out velvet pumpkins, but if you missed the boat on those, you might want to check your Target dollar spot. I actually thought they were going to be about $3, and I was really surprised and over the moon excited to find out that they were only $1. So cute to kind of layer some little pumpkins around this cute little fall truck. For the next DIY, I want to share with you all how to make a really easy beaded garland. Okay, take some of that Dollar Tree floral wire and one of these wooden beads, and then wrap or string the bead through the floral wire, and then loop the end of the floral wire on to the end of the bead and twist tie that onto there. Then you can take all these beads, which I ordered a pack off of Amazon. It was $12. I believe it came with 120 beads in it, so not a bad deal if you like to craft and decorate with these fun trendy little wooden beads. But I'm just going to string these together. I made that pumpkin sign earlier in this video, and so I wanted to just add some wooden beads to the front of it. I thought that that would give it like a really nice touch. And then, as you guys can see, once you get to the end, you can do the same thing. You take that piece of floral wire, it's about 1 inch or so long, maybe 2 inches, and then you just wrap it around the bead and then wrap it around that end part. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm going to take some Dollar Tree yarn and I'm going to wind it around my hand. So just the largest part of my hand to make a cute little easy tassel. And this is a little bit of a sloppy tassel, but I think it's easy. So once you have it wound around, you can take an extra piece of string and tie that off to the top. So you're going to see all the kind of like little dangling loops. Take your scissors, trim that off, and bam, you guys have a tassel. And then you can tie that on to the end of your bead with an extra piece of yarn, or you can just use some of the yarn that's actually on the tassel, although I recommend using an extra piece of yarn because you don't want your tassel to break free. Now, I felt like this was a little bit of a flimsy tassel. I guess I'm a little bit over the top and extra, and so after I gave my little tassel a trim up to kind of even things out, I decided to make it a little bit thicker by adding another bit of tassel to the other side of the bead, so it's kind of hanging off of one side, and then again I'm just winding it around the largest part of my hand. So these actually you could make with kiddos because there's no hot glue required. You could use safety scissors if they're little ones, or help them with that part. So then again, once you have it wound around your hand, you just take that piece of string, tie it off at the top. I do like to tie it like at least twice, that way it stays on really nicely. Pull it apart there and then trim off that little extra spot there, and then you can kind of tie that off at the end, and that's going to give you a nice thick fluffy tassel, which is exactly what you want. You could also do this with some of the jute twine. For the life of me, I've either used all of my jute twine up or I can't find it. I reorganize my craft stuff. If you guys are like me, do you guys organize yourself into a mess? So I guess that's what happened with it. But anyway, here is how it came out. And then I just kind of drooped it over my cute little wooden sign. And I just thought it looked so trendy and so cute. And that little bauble of beads is so fun. And hey, you guys could use the colored beads that are sold at Dollar Tree in their Crafters Square section, whatever you prefer. But I do like the wooden beads because that's kind of the trend that you see going on everywhere at Hobby Lobby and whatnot. And for this Dollar Tree DIY, I'm just going to take some elephant gray chalk paint and some of these little Dollar Tree pumpkins, and I'm going to give them a bit of a paint up. So they're really cute as is, and if you're decorating with them as is, I think they're adorable. But I thought I would kind of make some gray pumpkins happen because I did paint my little blue truck gray, so I just thought that would kind of mix it in, and gray is kind of a trendy color right now, so I thought that would be kind of cute. But really, you guys could use whatever paint that you have on hand if you want to change some of these ceramic pumpkins around and get them to match your home decor. So I've had plenty of people comment and say, I just don't decorate with these colors. That's never stopped me in my decorating. When I did a lot of shabby chic and pinks and whites, I was painting everything white and pink because I wanted to match my decor. So don't let the colors of the season stop you. Just modify them and make it fabulous. And so then I'm also taking some white paint and just kind of trying to give my little pumpkins some dimension here. I'm using a smaller brush and just some acrylic craft paint. And then I kind of felt like they look like a weird gray tomato, so I took a larger brush and just kind of blended that in and just kind of made it look like, you know, the white was a bit of a highlight. So anyway, but again, have fun with this, get creative. Originally I was going to do polka dots on this, and then I kind of changed my mind. You guys might hear some squeaking in the background. That is my puppy dog, BINGE Bear. He has his little toy. He just got back from playing outside, and so he's got his little squeaky toy. You guys might hear that squeaking around in the background. But I do have a secret question in this video for you guys. So as always, I ask that you comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video, and which one will you be recreating? Are you going to be doing some little pumpkins? Are you going to be doing some signs? What are you guys working on for your fall crafting right now? So that's going to be the secret question of this video. I need to know what craft supplies you have out on your craft table right now as we speak, or what are you decorating, or what are you dreaming of decorating and crafting? Just drop a comment down below if you've always wanted to make a wreath or a garland or just anything. If you have your Christmas tree down, I've started getting mine down from the attic. I got a couple down the other day, so I'm getting excited also for thinking about Christmas. But here's how that cute little gray pumpkin turned out. I love this leather candle. It's leather and ember. I believe it's from Target. It's really nice, and it crackles. I don't know if you guys have ever had a crackling candle, but it actually makes the crackling sound. So I just thought that was kind of cool as well. So here's the whole little display kind of popped in together with rustic and whimsical. Now I have to share with you guys, at Target, I also found this Krusteaz cinnamon swirl cake, and it makes cake or cupcake. So we're going to try that on another video. But today I'm going to be baking these ready to bake pumpkin sugar cookies. Okay, I do make cookies from scratch plenty of times, but we did just get back from a trip to see my sister. She lives in London and she recently got married. And so I'm going to tell you that that was quite a time change. We were there for 1 week, and I've never been overseas like that, where there was such a large time change. Say hi to BINGE Bear. But these sugar cookies were so super easy. You basically just pop them out, stick the oven on 350, put them on the pan, and they bake. And they taste really delicious, by the way. But anyway, so I've been just kind of trying to a little bit recoup this week and get my bearings. My daughter is back to school. The big kids are off to college. And so I've been cooking dinners at night, but today I got a little wild with my crafting, and so it cut me short on really doing a lot of homemade baking. But I do want to get out my baking supplies either later this week or this weekend for sure. So I also grabbed this Starbucks pumpkin latte creamer. This was from Target as well. I made a nice little coffee for the afternoon pick-me-up, which I usually don't do very often, but I added some whipped cream. And then while I was waiting for my cookies, I had a little, afternoon treat with some coffee. Here's how they turned out. Now that they weren't quite dry, or they weren't quite cooled off yet, so I jumped the gun on it, but that ended up being my cookie. Comment down below if you guys do that with your cookies. You always have to have one that's kind of messed up so you have a reason to have a good snack on it. But then I just use a little spatula to kind of break them loose, and then I pop them on to my little cake dome tray. And if you guys are like me, I don't know, but I love to have some kind of baked good in my cake dome, like even if it's just pre-made muffins. But I usually do try to make homemade cookies or just something to keep in there for the kids for after school snacks, or me, or just any of us. And here's BINGE Bear. So he got a little treat from Target. This is what I call kind of like Tinky the Cat. So we have a black kitty cat named Tinky. She's an outside kitty cat, so you're not going to see her as much in my videos. I do try to pop her in here and there, but she's kind of fussy and doesn't really like the camera a whole bunch either. But this is his Tinky the Cat, and he actually loves Tinky the Cat. If you guys watched my videos from last year when I first got BINGE Bear, he and Tinky the Cat did not get along. Tinky wasn't at all down for having a puppy dog, but now he's kind of like my little buddy. He just is always with me all day, especially while I'm crafting and the kiddos are at school. And he loves to nap, which is good for me. He's just a lot more chilled out now and just loves just kind of chilling out and having fun. So say hi to BINGE Bear. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. I hope you guys are totally inspired to craft and decorate for fall. I love you all so much. I'm so thankful to have you all here. If you're new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Listen, y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. And for everybody that comes back and loves on me, thank you guys truly so much. Your kind comments and love and support not only mean the world to me, but to this community. So when you guys drop down into that comment section, remember people read your comments, and so always try to be positive and uplifting, because if there's one thing that we have our voices, and we can use our voices for good. And even if you can't say something nice, maybe drop some fun emojis down below. So you guys, thank you guys again. Oh, don't forget to pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. We're having a blast over there crafting and decorating. I share several DIY videos a day with you guys over there, as well as I have a free little group page. If you love to craft and decorate and you want to share ideas that you've done, home decor, crafty things on that page, the group is totally free. It's Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook. And also don't forget to check out my stories. I do love to share a good morning cup of coffee with you guys, some fun little things behind the scenes, and Benji Bear, my puppy dog. He's my man, my one and only. He's just amazing. So I love y'all. Thank you guys again. I can't wait for our next DIY adventure. Until the next video, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
That I love you.